Right then, just got the Touareg in. We're going to be as quick as we can. Get the big tyres on, get the winch on, get it cleaned up, and get it ready for some off-road action. So the wheels are off on this side, the tyres are back on. I've managed to take bumper off while Craig's been messing about with that. We're just going to try these spacers on now. I think the spigot, which is, just watch that out of the way a sec, this bit here might be a little bit too deep because these are only 11mm spacers. So I think we might have to grind the front of that a little bit just so that the centre bar still catches. So yeah, the spigot just sticks out a bit too much. I didn't want to go too mad with spacers, but maybe I should have probably measured, I think I only measured the spigot on the back, that's 11mm, so we got away with the smallest spacer we could get. But we'll see, it's not a big deal, just take a little bit off front of that. We'll just have to bear that in mind if we ever change wheel bearings. So we're going to have to take the grill out, take this piece out here and move the wiring, take this little silly bracket that we still don't know what it's for off, and then the next job is to get the winch somewhere near where it wants to go, and then we'll start strengthening all the crash bar up and getting that where we want it to be. It's just a shame that there's this cooler here. I'm not 100% sure what it's for. It's got, I think it's coolant lines going to it, but it might be a steering cooler or something stupid like that. But it's a shame that sticks so far forward because we could probably get the winch even further back, but it is what it is. We'll make do what we've got. So we'll get that ground up, get them wheels on, get it dropped back down. Craig's not messed about, not as much as me anyway. We've got the tyres on and it looks ridiculous. So hopefully it drives nice. We're going to get it over to the fab shop now. Finally finished taking the grill out because I've been a bit busy doing other stuff. And then Dean and Craig's going to try and get Winch on it. We'll get that wired up and then I think we're pretty much ready to go off-roading. So we've been doing a bit of faffing about here, just chopped the middle bit of this bumper out. The only thing that held was the pipe for the headlight washer jet, so we can reroute that underneath. So as you can see, this is not the finished article, it's held up by a bungee cord, but we should be able to get this all behind the grille. So all we'll have to do when we want to bolt the winch in is pop it on, pop the grille out and do it. So just pull the bumper off, chaps. So the idea is we're not going to have to remove bumper at all once we've done what we're doing. But to take this crash bar off, I don't know if Danny can get his camera in and see, but you see that little piece of rubber there? That actually holds the radiator in, or all the radiator panel, so it's not as simple as just unbolt these 8 bolts at the front and take it off. So what we're going to do, get that off however we can. We're going to brace all the crash bar all the way to here, all the way around. We're not going to have anything sticking past the front of the crash bar. Chop a bit of this winch plate off at the back here so we can sit it even further back, and then we've got to run the wiring up to here, and on these there we go, on the live one you've got a little thread there, and on the earth we've got a little thread there. So we should, in theory, I don't know if it's the best place for it, somebody will tell me it's probably not, but we should be able to put the wires to there, and then we're going to put it on an Anderson plug, which I've got. Sorry, Danny. An Anderson plug here, dropping out things, out terminals, so we can literally shove that on, and away we go. So it literally, should be 2 or 3 bolts. Take the grill out, 2 or 3 bolts, unplug an Anderson, and whip the winch off. We're finally there. It took us about 4 hours of faffing about. I didn't have as much time on it as I'd hope I could. But anyway, so this is how it's going to look most of the time. Obviously, imagine the bumper on there, but we've not quite got to that stage yet. But the winch. So we've welded this bit of angle onto it, and the piece that we're slotting it onto is box section. So literally drop that in there, and I've used 19mm bolts so that we can just do it with wheel gun. Just needed to bend them a little bit out of the way, so that stays like that all the time. Obviously that can have your little booty on there, but that just took that out of the way for now. Max wants to come down here. In we go. Get the remote on. Only goes in one way. There we go. Ready to rock and roll. So now, just need to throw up bumper on. Start using it. So, a little bit better than I expected it to be. We didn't think we'd be able to get the grille to go in at all, but it's just dropped on nice. We never even mocked it up to see, but just taking that bottom grille out, trimmed out little bits of crap off. That's gone in there nice. And then just had to drill that little hole, which could have really got a remote winch if I wanted to, but if I get that, drop that in there. It does go in, I assure you, I've had it working. Yeah, in there. There we go. So it's all working. So very, very happy. We'll get it out, and I'm going home in it. Hopefully we'll be off-roading tomorrow. So I'm hoping Mella can put this into her video that's interesting. There might be loads of gaps in it because Dean keeps letting battery run out and stuff like that. But anyway, we've sorted it. Very happy. See you at the off-road centre.